hurricane ready is a lot more than just stocking up on supplies and boarding up windows. It's about coordination, early action, and making sure that every Barbadian knows what to do before a storm even appears on the radar. In this edition of Weathering the Storm, we're following some of the individuals and teams that make up what we call first responders. From public awareness to on-the-ground outreach, all year round, they ensure that our island is ready to face each hurricane season. The Department of Emergency Management is one of the island's key first responder agencies. Within it operates a volunteer-based district emergency organizations, which help communities develop and implement disaster preparedness plans. We spoke to the public liaison officer.
We offer, some level of support, some level of comfort, even in the time of loss, so that persons can understand the department and the associated stakeholders will try their utmost best. We will not always do what people want at the time that they need it, because there are a lot of different logistical things that have to be put in place. So it is a matter of empathize or sympathize with the level of destruction that may have occurred and try to pacify persons and let them know that the department and the government of the day and the response agencies will do their best within the shortest possible time.
The DEM director discussed the department's proactive approach.
We also have a program where we interact with the public as well to find out what are the various vulnerabilities within their own spaces. So for example, the district organization, Ms. Brooks and the various teams across the island, they will have community profiling exercises, so you understand what your community is made up of, not just the physical structures, but persons within your community, their vulnerabilities and what's not. What are the hazards within the community? What are the spaces within the community? And if, for example, something does occur, how then the community will organize itself to facilitate some level of response.
We also visited the communications room at the DEM headquarters, where over 76 agencies stay connected and share critical updates.
In this room, we will have persons from different departments like Barbados Defense Force, the Barbados Police Service, Barbados Citizens Band Radio Association, there may be Amateur Radio Society of Barbados, what's not, and we will be here actually receiving information via phone, by the communication systems. We have the radios or what's not. Even the HF, sometimes we might be monitoring other countries in the Caribbean, just getting information to and from what's not. Communication is very important. Without communications, we will have a lot of problems. So basically, we get communications from all over the island. We have district emergency organization DEOs. They will send in information. We also have persons from the Barbados Citizens Band Radio Association members. If there's any information that need to be entered, even the Amateur Radio Society, they will send in information, and then we will accumulate it and we will send it to the various persons in the conference room.
We asked him about the longest period he's ever had to remain in the communications room during a storm.
When we had Elsa, was a very, very good number of days that we were actually in this building. Yeah.
You had to stay here?
Yes, we have to stay here. No leaving. No leaving. We will have to contact our family members, but we have to stay here. As I say, communication is very key, and we really can't slip up, so we have to be here.
He showed us the custom-built control system, 6 screens designed all by Nicholas himself, which helps the department track storms and coordinate with other agencies.
This is the central control system to this unit here. All equipment was being purchased, basically for the need of what we are doing here. Control all the switches, surge protector systems, cables, and whatnot. And then everything here is gone into the ceiling. I have amplifiers and a lot of other stuff in the ceiling to bring information from upstairs, downstairs, information from downstairs going up. So it is information up and down, up and down.
The DEM also collaborates with various support teams, including the Roving Response team. We spoke with the Roving team's president, who outlined the group's role in emergency response. Share with us what it is that you guys do during this season.
So in the hurricane season, we basically support the Department of Emergency Management, which we have a memorandum of understanding with them, and we basically add to their resources that they already have. So that say Barbados is impacted, we go out, we are deployed by them in the National Emergency Operating Center. They deploy us to various communities that are impacted. We may have some down trees. We help clear the roads and stuff using our chainsaws, various equipment to clear the roads. In this general area that we're here in Wharton, in previous years, Wharton would have experienced some flooding and stuff. We would have also supported in that operation, getting some of the residents out of the flood-prone areas and trying to mitigate the flooding.
He also described some of the hazards they face while on duty.
So some of the main hazards that we encounter on the job, we see some structural damage, whether it be to a home, business. We see some down trees. We see flooding, especially. Those are the three main hazards that we see when we are deployed out there after a hurricane.
And what training do you guys get so that you're able then to confront these different hazards?
So the team is very versed in what we do. We do training in chainsaw, we do first aid training. We also do some light search and rescue training. So that's some technical road rescues and stuff. We do fire training as well. Mentioning first aid. So that's just to name a few things. There are many different other things that we do. Damage assessment as well, which is very important to identify the structural damages and hazards that are out there.
The Barbados Police Service also plays a key role in hurricane response. We spoke with a member of their drone unit who explained how drones assist with damage assessments after a storm.
Okay, over here we have the Maverick Pro 2. This is a small drone, but despite its size, multiple tasks. Alright, it allows us to be able to maneuver through some clear spaces, obviously, and there are different attachments that we can add on the drone, which is like the homing beacon. We also have attachments for light itself and the speaker. We will use these attachments basically like for search and rescue. So in an instance where someone may be trapped or lost or missing anything like that, we can actually attach the speaker onto the drone and give them some commands that help them guide them out to the way, or even if we want to render some first aid assistance, we can give the instructions via the speaker. Also, obviously in loading conditions, the light now affords us the opportunity to be able to see a lot more rather than relying on the actual camera.
The Barbados Fire Service is another essential agency. Divisional Officer Tramel Perch outlined their role in hurricane preparedness and emergency response.
What we try to do is to go to any calls after the all clear has been given. And once it's been given, then we have the information from the relevant authorities in order to areas that we would go in where it's safe for us and for the citizens to actually venture in any clearing of roads or any rescues that we would have to do.
He shared an incident where firefighters had to rescue a woman trapped on the upper floor of her home during a storm.
In our occasion, it was flooding that we had in Goodland. Goodland is a place known for flooding, so we had to engage in activities that would actually rescue that person. The bottom part of the house was actually submerged in water, and therefore we had to wade through some water in order to rescue that person, and we used special lifts and carries to get that person back to dry land.
The stories of our first responders remind us that preparedness isn't just a checklist. It's the people who are always ready, always serving, even before a storm hits.